been said that the former well known as the Duke of Sussex possibly does not always like to listen to orders, likes to do his own thing. I think we've seen this, haven't we, earlier this week with that swagger walking into court, the High Court here in London, making sure that all the media took notice of him, even though, as he openly said on all of those documentaries, that he didn't like returning to London. It created anxiety, and he had to do a series of exercises while meeting all of those flashing bulbs, as it brought back so many memories. It didn't necessarily play true with the way that he turned up, did it? You know, even bumping into a photographer. Lots of people say that his security was incredibly lax because that simply wouldn't have happened during his royal days. So it's baffling to think as well that while Harry wants to stride out, take on the world's media to make sure they're held to account, he himself now is having a bit of a tough time while over here in London. As ever though, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you as ever. Hope you're keeping well. Let's have a wave today. Yes. Yeah, yes, I know. We're coming to the end of the week. We can manage it. Come on. It's not, I know. What do you mean you're sitting down? You've had enough. You never got up? How dare you? I expect a bit of standing to attention when I'm speaking to the troops. You know what it's like, of course. Rallying round, that's what it's called, isn't it? We're daft, aren't we? Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This really, though, is a very simple story because I've been told by a very good source, while Prince Harry's over here, that as you'll notice on the next couple of days or the last couple of days, he decided not to go into the front door of the High Court. This was a strategic move by his team because they feel he's made his mark and all other cameras were there to capture him while he walked slowly and took his time climbing out of the car. You know, he didn't necessarily want to ride the media wave. But the bigger problem is this. You see, while he's over here in London, it's been dubbed Fortress London for Prince Harry because, as we know, he's not staying allegedly on the Windsor estate. He's staying somewhere in a private club. But I think what's interesting here also to note is that he can't go out. It's been dubbed, as I say, Fortress Harry. This is because, as his ongoing claim with His Majesty's government regarding his own personal security over here, it wouldn't sit well, allegedly, if he was spotted out perhaps dining in a restaurant or indeed a bar, you know, if something was to go wrong. And I don't mean that in an unkind way, it's just the way it would look. It would look bad, you know. If he says he doesn't feel safe in London, then while he's here, he has to keep a thing underground, as one can imagine. But as you know with Harry, he likes to do his own thing, and according to a good source, was very keen to meet up with former friends, chums and associates. But that also has to be cloak and dagger material. It can't be visibly seen. It wouldn't play well. So while he's over here, we've been told that, yes, you know, we all know where he is. But the bottom line is he won't be making himself very visible. And as we know, he sort of snuck into the country. All the while his PR team did let everybody know that he would be attending the High Court hearing at this certain point, climbing out of the car at that certain time. So the bottom line is this. Harry himself now has his only self to blame. If he's trapped here in London, that's simply because litigation and sorting out what he thinks is privacy rights are more important necessarily than actually meeting up at ease with friends and, more importantly, family. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.